What's up, guys?
Welcome back, guys. We're reviewing Soul, Pixar Disney's Soul. We just watched it this weekend, and I was really looking forward to this movie. It's about a jazz player,
I
a
know.
piano player. He's a
Mhm.
teacher, and his dream is to perform. He
To
teaches
become a
to
performer.
become a performer, to be a successful musician, to be
Mhm.
part of a big known band,
Mhm.
to get really good gigs. I think he likes teaching, but that's not his passion.
Right.
And just when he's gonna get the opportunity to perform, to get his big shot, something happens, and he ends up in the afterlife.
Mhm.
Right? So,
Yep.
Linda, what did you think about this movie? What is your review?
So is this
Spoiler free.
Spoiler free. Okay, I just
Yes.
want to make sure of that.
We start with the spoiler free, and then after that, then we're gonna let you guys know when we're gonna talk spoilers, and you can stop watching.
So, I also was very looking forward to watch this movie, especially in the Christmas season. I think it was a perfect movie to come out. And I loved it. It was a good story. It was a slow pace, I feel, kind of like more. I don't know if this movie could be an adult and a kids movie because it's very it's a lot of meaning to it. It's a lot to learn, to know, of the rhythm of the story is a little complicated. I mean, for us it's fine, but I don't know if a kid will understand,
Yeah.
what everything is going. The animation is awesome, like real, and then the cartoon part of it. The characters are awesome. Like I really love the connection between the main character with the little kid the soul that
22.
22. I love that 22.
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey made me really really laugh. Jamie Foxx, he played Joe, right?
Yep.
And he did an incredible job as well. His
Yes.
voice, the sound of his voice. It was a good story. It was a really good story. I loved the ending. And throughout the whole movie, I just felt like, I don't know, there's like, how you explain, like this meaning of life. That's I think what they want the audience to feel, right? This respect to life, this, to appreciate every moment, not take it for granted. And that's, I think, the deepest and most important meaning of this movie, and that's what I took from it. And like I said, in terms of like the production and the characters development and the whole animation, it was really good.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I'm surprised you said it was a little bit slow because I was so interested in this movie. The whole concept of it was so smart, so intelligent, and I feel like Pixar has kind of done this before with movies like Up, and then there was that other one where they kind of had these characters in people's minds.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the movie.
emotions.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name
And
of
that one was very interesting as well because it's almost like a study on the way people think.
it. Yeah, the human.
The human experience, and this is in that same category of an animated movie that kind of examines the human experience.
Mhm.
And it's so intellectual and so thought-provoking.
Mhm.
And there's so many messages in this movie. And first of all, the afterlife. There's something that people are always interested. What happens after you die?
Right.
It's such an existential and deep question that people have been pondering for eternity.
Yeah.
And this movie, an animated movie, dares to do that. You would think you would see that from something like a deep movie, like an adult movie. But no, this
Like a real life movie.
like a real life
not
movie.
An animation
But
movie.
this animated movie from Pixar dares to do that, to take on the topic of the afterlife. To me, that is very daring. And not only the afterlife, in this movie, he's supposed to be going to the afterlife, but then he kind of escapes.
Right.
And he goes, well, this is in the trailer.
Yeah.
He goes to the before life. What
Right.
happens before you're sent
Which
to
is
Earth?
my favorite part of the movie.
You know what I'm saying? So he's on the stairway to heaven, and then he kind of is like, no, I gotta go back. I
can't die yet.
Yeah. So somehow he ends up in the before life,
Yeah.
where they're creating the souls.
I
and then where people are
know.
getting their personality.
Personality, which is very interested, you
Yeah.
know, because I never thought of that. Like, I thought that a personality of a child, of a newborn, is between your, the woman and the male personality, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what is so true about this, but
I mean, it's an animated movie. Who knows what it's based on? But I always thought that way. It's funny because it made us talk about this.
yeah.
It made us have like some interesting conversation after the movie. You thought that, the personality comes from a combination of the parents. I just always thought that everybody's born with a different personality from the get-go. I always thought that people were just born with like the personalities come almost like a program.
Yeah.
That you just don't know what kind of personality the kid's gonna have. I don't think it's determined by your environment. I think you're just born with a certain personality. That's my belief. There's no proof of that. There's no way to explain that. What makes a person's personality. And this movie also tackled that subject. So that's my spoiler-free review. I thought this movie was amazing, and it's so complex. I've also spoke to other people on social media that have watched the movie, and even for some adults, it was kind of complicated for them. They said it was a little confusing for them. I thought it was amazing.
No, I think,
So I'm very curious to see what kids are going to think about this movie.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to understand it? Was it really made for kids? I'm not sure. I'm telling you right now, this is going to win Best Picture for Best Animated Movie in the next Oscars. Hands down. Like, no doubt about it. This is a lock. This is a lock for Best Animated Picture because it's entertaining, it's funny, it's deep, it's thought-provoking, and it's funny. It has a lot of humor in there, but it is a deep, deep, deep movie, and is one of my favorite animated movies of all time.
Which I'm very surprised about that because there has been so many animated movies that we have loved.
Right.
And for you to say that, that means like you really, really, really love this movie.
I love this movie because it also, sometimes when you watch a movie, you kind of project your life experience onto that movie and how you relate with that movie. And something about this movie kind of reminded me of a certain part of my life.
Yeah, and you told me.
And I'll share. I'll share this with you guys.
Yeah.
Like in this film, this is the spoiler review now. We're transitioning into a spoiler review. So if you haven't watched the movie, you can stop watching it now. So in this film, he's really determined to become this musician.
Right.
And
that's his dream.
That's his dream.
Every day he's focused.
He's so focused on that he's kind of like forgetting about everything else. He's kind of like just tunnel vision. And then towards the end of the movie, he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. He played in this band. And then afterwards, he felt a little empty.
Right.
He didn't have the feeling that he thought he was going to have when he accomplished that. And that happened to me. And that's why I related with this character so much. I remember I was doing short films back in the day. Mm-hmm. And one of my dreams was to get into this film festival. Oh, my God. I wanted to get into this film festival so bad. I thought that once I got into this film festival, my whole life would change. This was like, I'm not going to mention the film festival, but this was one of the top film festivals.
And you won an award.
In New York. And then I got into the film festival. And it was amazing, my short film. And then we went into competition at the film festival. And I won the Best Audience Award at the film festival.
That's
so
awesome.
That made me an award-winning director. Like, I became an award-winning director at this top film festival. And you know what? After all that happened, I was like, wow, like, what now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't fulfill all the dreams that I had, and it didn't make me feel the way I thought I was going to feel. Right. And, it's not just about, like, in this movie show you, life is not just about trying to achieve that thing that you want to achieve. It's also about enjoying the process. Enjoying the process, enjoying those moments. And don't let life pass you by because you're so focused on one thing. And I feel like that happens to a lot of artists. A lot of people that are in the arts that are like, actors, singers, they're so focused, asphyxiated with just trying to achieve something that if they don't achieve that thing, they feel like they failed.
Yeah. Well, I think in general, a career-focused person is always gonna have that situation where they just so focused on accomplishing that career moment. You know, that wow, okay, I made it.
Right.
And maybe sometimes they do have the reaction and the feeling that they thought that they were going to have, and then most of the time probably they don't, and you don't. You know, it's like life is about enjoying every day, every moment, and that's what this movie is about.
Right.
You know, that's the ending. How you call it? Like the ending lesson of it.
Right. The main lesson.
The main lesson of this movie is like, don't be so focused on that. I mean, yes, do it, but like enjoy every moment of your life. And
I agree.
And you know, like your story. I mean, you felt that you accomplished something. You thought you were gonna feel like I said, I made it, and it wasn't that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I give this movie like 5 stars.
5
I think,
stars. Easy. 5
yeah,
stars.
yeah. And also, I one thing that I want to say that the characters once they go to afterlife, the before life, remind me a little bit of Gasper kind of cartoon.
Casper, the friendly ghost.
Yeah, the friendly ghost.
Yeah.
Not the movie. It's just like the image, right?
Right.
But I mean, it was really good movie.
It's very good, very entertaining, very philosophical.
Yes.
Very philosophical.
Yes.
And I can't wait to watch it again. So guys, thanks for watching. Did you watch this movie? Let us know. Leave us a comment. And if you like these videos, subscribe. It really helps out. See you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Peace.